La.
Woo!
La.
Oh,
La.
no! Okay. I would say the audio looks decent. What do you say, sir?
Oh.
Yes.
I was like, why
now
can't
the
I hear
game
the
audio is audible.
La.
How about now?
La.
You keep saying it multiple times as if that, like, you can't hear you. Just...
Well, I have to use blah at different frequencies to make
Oh,
sure
that's bullshit.
Okay,
You
fine.
could say it one single time and you'd know if we're audible. Fucking bullshit.
Well, I need to talk
No.
quieter
Then
sometimes.
talk quieter.
Here,
Here, I'm sorry. I'll talk quieter now. Is that helpful?
Well, I'm not listening to game anymore.
Of course you are.
Anyway, so hello people, it's us Two Bros Game. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we're back with Katawa Shoujo, where we're pretty much going to be starting from here.
Yeah,
Like,
load the
starting
game.
now. Because we need to make sure that we can hear the game.
Yeah, the game for some reason doesn't have audio on all these screens.
Well, in a lot of these. Like,
yeah,
we've
so
had that
we kind of
issue.
have to audio test from the main screen. So,
Alright.
It's fine.
That is time I will never get back from the last episode that
Yep.
this sentence is continuing. I'll get him for this somehow.
I mean, you could kill him.
But right now, he's probably... Dang, I can't remember the words to the song.
He's probably dead.
I have to get to class. Right now! I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. I agree.
Woo! Yeah.
Also, guys, I have 100% decided we're going down Ren's route, so let's paint as much as possible.
Younger Bro has decided that apparently, because he randomly picked a girl for the end credits, that he now has to randomly pick their route in this game.
Well, I mean...
This will be remembered for future games.
I mean, each end credit was going to be changed anyway, so I'm like, you know what? The end credit reflects the character we
this will be
choose.
remembered going forward.
And that's what we're doing. Alright, the combination of fatigue, frustration, I was pausing because of the comma.
Okay.
And boredom starts.
No, hold on, we gotta stop right there. Hold on. They did not include the Oxford comma. Four Leaf Studios, get your fucking ass back here and update your damn
that's
game
supposed
to put that Oxford comma back in, you bitch.
And boredom starts making me feel very tired. I blacked out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk, rubbing my forehead. Ow, Shizune laughs. I realize this is a good reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway as she hits her head on the top door.
No, that she's tapping with her cane.
She's not in class, so
This
she must
class.
have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanukkah.
Or you.
Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom.
Yeah, because she is very prim and proper all the time, and that's her character.
Excuse me. She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Hisao? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I've been here. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell her too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to come only in just before the bell rings. Or after that, do you want to tell her something for you?
Me to tell her something.
Yeah, I didn't see the me. No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only 2 people in the school right now. Nani? I didn't hear anyone else on that.
Oh my god, so this girl is literally aware that they're in a game. Just, there's only 2 people in this school right now because the plot hasn't called for anyone else to show up.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for being something that for doing.
Where's the E in that word?
For doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork.
As it
I can't
always
read
is.
today.
Or any day.
Ugh.
I love how much we love to do these games, despite the fact that both of us are constantly fucking up the dialogue every possible chance.
It's good for comedy channels, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
Let's make fun of how illiterate younger bro is.
If we don't have to work that hard.
It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms I've never been good at reading out loud. I can read
I've never
just
been
fine,
good at reading.
but no, reading out loud is my issues.
There's some lore for the younger bro Goomba. He is not quite illiterate, but he'll die trying.
Forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. Uh-oh.
Hi!
Misha pops into the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lilly visually flinch.
Okay, now how in the actual fuck are you gonna get pissed off at Lilly for being here? Since Shizune is always pissed off at every girl that comes anywhere near you. Hi, Chan!
What's up?
Look, it's the class representative. Hello!
Lilly smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Good morning.
Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right?
I am not. Lilly seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along
No
at
one
all.
gets along well.
Then I realized that Lilly might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is to know who she is talking to.
It also might help. Well, to be fair, I don't think that Misha is legally allowed to go anywhere without Shizune.
Yeah, I'm not sure. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lilly out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're early, Shizune.
You were here even earlier than us.
Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too?
That'd be good.
It's not that weird.
Isn't that just an empath at that point?
That Shizune didn't like my comment. It's true. I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent.
Yeah, being deaf means that tone is kind of a problem.
Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for the events. Even the first years, except you.
There's still time to hand it in, isn't there?
Today, the deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but I had to say the deadline or someone had to say, the deadline, please extend it.
Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely.
Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school and then some. The one who does that is me.
I almost feel like Shizune is a bully in a way. I think she just wants to see everybody succeed, but she's not doing it the greatest way.
So Shizune's main thing is that she
her likes perfection.
Well, yes, but to her, you are not showing initiative if you aren't doing the thing immediately. The fact that she hasn't gotten the stuff in, even in the extended budget timeline, an extension she requested and still has not gotten it in, annoys the hell out of her, because she's saying, well, I could have gotten your class's budget done within the original time frame with days to spare, so why aren't you done with it yet? So
everybody works at their own pace, I guess. And
so she
even more so for disability people.
She can't comprehend the concept of other people take less time or take more time than her. And the other thing is that I assume it's got to be a little bit difficult to be empathetic when you can't hear tone because you are deaf. So to her, everyone's constantly pissed off. Or the more specifically, she has no context of whether or not people are pissed off or apologetic or whatever, because I don't know if I'm assuming there's got to be some sign language way to say sorry regretful versus sorry angry. There's got to be some kind of way to put tone into that, but you read this, right? Yes.
And Misha puts her hands on her hips through with her and stands up straight. Wow, she is really getting to the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? Wow, I'm not the only one, even main character Kun.
Yeah.
There's still a whole day left. Please, Isao, it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side. I like that wasn't a choice. But a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If it is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I've forgotten about it. I understand how important it is.
Then can I have it, please?
Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council.
Wait, I don't understand how that makes sense. Like, how did... Go to the history. I need to look at this. I asked 2 students to take care of it. Students from my class. I don't understand how that students from my class implies that she knows that Shizune and Misha are trying to rope him into the student council. What? Why would... If she'd asked 2 people from this class, how would that have any difference in him being part of the student council or not?
What?
Like, yeah. I literally don't understand what this means. Like, it's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. Yeah, because they're not...
That doesn't have anything to do with the student council.
Yeah, students from my class. Yeah, that has nothing to do with him being roped into the student council. That has something to do with the fact that she doesn't have it, and 2 students in her class have it, which she hasn't been to yet, so she doesn't have it. I don't understand how this emphasis has anything to do with him. Like this, I feel like this sentence is setting up that he feels like self-important, but I just literally don't understand what this has anything to do with anything. Like,
I think it's a question. Maybe he doesn't.
no.
But I don't.
I just don't understand.
I'm
I'm so confused.
I guess she must have gotten. I guess
Is this a translation
must have
issue?
gotten around, so she's using me as
ammo.
As ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better.
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should be delegating away. As a class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible.
So how would you like me to do the thing if I can't see the thing?
She can't see! How the hell is she gonna do the budgeting?
They completed it, being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick.
Okay.
Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge.
Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives
They're sick!
to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class?
Christ. Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously.
Don't know how. Like, she can't see you.
Waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting, somewhat surreal. I think we just enjoy watching this. Like,
yes.
That's what main character Kun is. Like, I'm just here for the show.
And what's with that attitude? I said that it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself.
One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers carefully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Of course, you do so much as class rep. It must be so difficult being you.
Jesus Christ. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other that much is clear, but
I'm starting to think I understand why the student council has 2 members.
A little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. I think if we got into the student council, maybe we could change her mind a little bit.
No.
But I don't know how doable that is.
I don't think she's capable. Oh.
I thought it was going to be an actual cutscene. But I mean...
No, go.
I guess that was my...
Read.
I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all of your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own.
Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself.
Fuck. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. Fuck.
You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. There between them ripples with the heat of their
enmity.
Enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the nature of this conversation.
When even the dense person's like, oh shit.
Oh shit, things are going down.
Hee-chan, don't you slack off either.
I am done. Like, I'm just watching. I have nothing else to do.
This would definitely be a point where I'd say, yeah, this is
not about me.
Yeah.
Continue. What are you talking about?
Aren't you taking part in the festival, He-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more than make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. Hey, come on, cut me and Lilly some slack.
Oh.
So, am I on...
The question is, do you throw Lilly under the bus and say, keep out of this? Or do you say, cut Lilly some slack, but imply that you're also being lazy? This decision just sucks.
God, these are more intense situations than DDLC.
Yeah, they're real fucking decisions you make on an everyday basis that affects who likes you and who doesn't.
I really wish there was more than one option, but sorry, more than two options.
I don't understand why Shizune is
like
getting mad at me.
I think every option should have at least 4 options.
No.
But anyway, don't drag me into this. I've done my part. That would side with Shizune.
Very obviously.
Hey, come on, cut me and Lilly some slack. So,
I mean,
I'm just gonna go with who I think is right.
Who's right?
I think Lily's right.
Lilly is right. It's not a question.
Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? Not like I could have done much even if I wanted. That's right, you shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it on his first week.
Ooh.
Lilly taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Oh no. You're about to die.
Yes. But not wrong. Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work. You refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success.
I think she's just letting off steam at this point, just to have someone to blame. But damn. Yeah, but as I said then, I'm not sure if I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that is what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back at them. I get back to my seat and shut my eyes for the finale of the argument.
You're right, it is from.
Oh,
you're just saying fuck
correcting me.
You're just saying fuck it all.
From the finale of the argument between Lilly and Shizune. Eventually, Lilly leaves our classroom and Shizune and Misha sit themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She's probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. I don't get why she had to drag me into the argument.
Because she wants you in the student council, and she wants the student council to back her up. Shizune does not understand a possibility where sometimes not getting something done immediately is the right answer, and sometimes her saying something is wrong.
Yeah. Everybody works at their own pace.
She can absolutely be correct that the report needs to be turned in today, and also be entirely wrong in being pissed off at her for not having turned it in yet.
But yeah, I think Lilly was right in that situation. Everybody works at their own pace.
Yep.
Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the room. I have to tell her that Lilly was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. Maybe I can bury the hatchet with Shizune later or something. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book.
Oh boy.
The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook.
textbook should be one word.
I wanted to show Shizune that I'm listening. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry. Ain't in no hurry today. Because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I know that Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class.
Probably the person who's doing the report.
Shizune signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Maybe there is pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Very rough.
Misha, this is not Misha having fun. Misha is doing work.
Yeah. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, wait, how could you see that if your head's down? Their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down on their seats again.
I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head lumpily on her desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed for me.
That's fine.
Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after class, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do.
You say that, but right now you legit just assisted Ren in getting
yeah,
her
you
thing
just did
done.
something.
So it's like you
saying you
literally
haven't
are
contributed. You
contributing.
did. Shizune scuffs at me as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end she starts signing without doing it either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. He does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously.
Well, of course, we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws, no I think that was encumbrances. No nothing that might make the festival short of perfect.
Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look who it is.
There she is.
I look over my shoulder and see Hanuka peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door.
Hey, playing delinquent again.
Hanuka blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest.
Oh god, here we go again, as we get to see the student council president get pissed off at somebody.
Oh, no.
Is it weird to say that... I guess it's not weird to say. It feels like Shizune doesn't... Okay, you know how there's a concept behind... Like, if you have a disability of some kind, there's this... Like, everyone will tell you, like, oh, look, don't let your disability define you. Like, you are more than the disability. Like, you can definitely still be a normal person.
Yeah. Just
with a disability. And that is part of this game. Part of this game is saying, like, hey, main character has a heart issue, but, like, he's still a normal person who has normal thoughts and feelings, and... Like, it's I guess you could say it's like trying to move past the hand you've been dealt. But Shizune is kind of the person who's like, it's not even just moving past the hand she's been dealt, she ignores the hand that has been dealt. So it's like, it doesn't matter to her that Lilly's literally blind. It's, no, your job is to fill out this form. Doesn't matter if it's harder for you to fill out this form, or if you can't do it, get somebody, like, they should be the student council, or the class representative if you can't do your full job. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's like, there's, because the reason I thought of this is because there's, one of the things is like, there's, this isn't exactly political, it's just a concept. So, you know how it's anti-Semitism is the concept of, like, hating Jews.
Mm-hmm.
There are Jewish people that are anti-Semitic. So it's like, there are Jewish people that just hate all Jews, including themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what this girl feels like. She feels like a disabled person who hates all disabled persons. And I don't think that's how she wants to come off, and that may not even be how her character is supposed to be coming off, but right now that's how it feels. She feels like she's disabled, and she hates everyone who's disabled. Like, it's like, fucking hell, girl! We're not asking you to ignore the responsibilities. We're asking you to give people the time they need to complete the responsibilities they're capable of completing. Like, fucking hell!
Oh, boy. Yeah, she's very authoritative.
Yeah, holy shit, is she?
Shizune stares at her
probingly,
causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. She is... Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by... Association, or her dislike of Lilly. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it well. What is it, Hanako? You or her.
Right. Right. Oh, yeah, Fluttershy. Has Lilly been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She, came by in the morning, though.
Haven't seen her. Yes, I've seen her. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her unusual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems.
Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at?
And like that, she's gone.
Yep.
Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste.
What were you talking about? Oh yeah, we were working really hard to make the festival happen.
The angry words spoken in haste and driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me anymore for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings, and I actually didn't get run down this time by Amy.
I guess they just skipped the whole day.
At festival preparations or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter.
No. Plaster. You're doing something plaster about it.
For the festival, it's too late already unless I count helping Sune and Misha and Ren, which I naturally don't, and clubs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. I definitely don't want to do track. I don't want to do the student council. Maybe painting.
Yeah.
Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot
through the. I equally don't like the through the way from.
That structure. That's why I had to reread it twice. I'm like, hold on. I spot a figure in front of the dorms. I think it's halfway from the school building to the dorms.
No. I know what they're saying. It's halfway. They're saying halfway through walking.
Yeah, and I think they can accomplish that without that.
The way, just change the word, the way to walking. Halfway through walking from the school building to the dorm. but halfway through walking between the school. There, yeah. I don't know how to word this, but this is a bad way to word it.
It's Ren!
Oh, good.
Good.
Somebody competent.
It looks like she is working on her mural. I know what mural is.
Yeah.
Today, too.
Sorry.
I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. Talk to her. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she's painting with a brush held between her toes. Got toes in the water, ash in the sand. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but still only half done as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in numbers. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention, but not to startle her
I clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her.
But not startle her so that her concentration won't break.
Yeah, that's right. I clear my throat to do this, but not do this.
Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. What the fuck's wrong with him?
6 hours later.
15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Ren turns her head mechanically to my direction and ended up staring at my crotch level.
Yep. I mean, she's on top of a box, so she's just staring directly at it.
Oh, it's a sow. She can tell. I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look at my head.
No, dude. Okay, I need to stop you. Dude, I need to stop you right there. If she can tell who you are by just staring at your dick, she is very interested in you. Holy shit.
She has watched from afar.
My god.
And astute observation. Hard at work, I see. Oh, not really. Just needed something to see to inspire me.
No, you're the one who's hard at work right now.
The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Anyway, yep. I think she is probably one of the most normal people here.
That's the thing. It's unlike, Shizune is a bitch. This girl just doesn't give a shit about anyone's perceptions. Just like,
no, she will take it there.
Just
like,
don't fucking
she
care.
Is carefree. That is her.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, carefree. I'd say a little bit more than carefree, but yeah, it's like.
She's a free spirit.
It's like
now, I know what a free spirit is.
She doesn't give a shit about any of this drama. She is like, she is beyond all this drama bullshit.
She is Ignatz if he went for his art degree.
No, not even that.
I know. Ignatz is more nice than this girl.
Yeah, well, it's not that she isn't nice. It's just
more pleasant.
She has a perpetual "I am done with your bullshit" statement. Like on her face.
Oh, looking good. It does the layers of paint hiding other layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. I should tell her that, but Ren looks miffed.
Oh, good. Here we go.
You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Ren turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I am running out. She looks down at a half-empty bowl with the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Ren, she looks Emptily back
It's
at me.
Yeah, empty.
Just this once. This is your second time. I know what I said. Ren picks up another brush and says to me, and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours.
What's up?
I hear like a bubbly crackling sound.
I think that's just the chair.
I don't think it's the chair. Like it sounded like plastic.
Like this?
No. Like a plastic bottle being crumpled.
No, I don't know. The only plastic
so
bottle
weird.
is near you right now.
Like I didn't even touch my drink yet.
I don't know.
I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school though, which I of course wouldn't put beyond someone like Ren. I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but at least I can try to get as close as you can. Guys, I know about trying to mix paint. It is a hassle.
Yeah.
Getting it exactly.
Yeah. Once you try to tone match, it's like, no, you're fucked.
It's rough. Like, honestly, you can't really prepare for it too well. Like,
no.
You would have to have days worth of paint of the exact same paint.
Yeah, it's
like to
you
have it
have
perfect.
to. Yeah, perfection's like it's. Yeah, you just
and
have to.
That
you have
costs
to do what he's doing.
money.
Yeah, you just have to do what he's doing. Where you
Yes,
get it as
you
close
have to
as you
eyeball
possibly
it.
can.
Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't? You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea legs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Because of the position. Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about.
Isn't that the missionary position? I'm actually not sure.
But it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down and softly whisper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Words in your
Yeah,
ear,
what she
lay
does normally is if she's doing a small painting, she has the painting, she literally has the canvas on the floor, and she picks up the brush and paints with it laying flat. But she can't do that because it's a wall.
But she can't do that here. Yeah, it must be really tough for her.
Yeah.
She get a chair.
Well, she already has a crate.
I know. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. You like what you see? There's a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her
that's probably the best way to
calves.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe her is perpetual blank stare.
Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. Oh no, you don't understand artists. This gives her a pause, and especially when it's an art wall that she has to work by herself on days on end.
Well, but the point he's making is she doesn't have to work on it all herself.
I know, but
she's doing it herself intentionally.
But I'm guessing this painting is supposed to be done for the festival.
It is.
That is what they've said. Needs to have it done as soon as possible. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Hisao. I'm not pushing myself. Sure seems like you are. No, it's not pushing. It's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. there is this boy.
Oh, here we go.
A boy, you say? Tell me more.
No, it's you.
Yes. Where?
In front of me. Oh,
At
no.
the art club. And? He is blind. Oh. How can you... Oh no, please tell me it's not Kenji. And he's been slacking on it and she's working by herself.
Oh, no.
No. There's no way that can be it.
I
I pray and hope it's not.
Please, no.
How can you paint if you're blind? That's no idea.
Okay, good. Good to know that even the blind, or even that somebody who's, like, disabled doesn't understand how that works either.
Here's the thing. Sometimes people can be blind to certain colors. So maybe they're not
Well, yeah, but
completely blind.
this guy is
but-
clearly not colorblind. He just is blind. Here's the thing. You probably could paint if you're blind, but, like,
You can do it.
it would be...
But you have
do
to
it
have
within.
someone instructing you.
Well, no, what I'm saying is you'd have to... The problem isn't...
Well,
the problem
actually,
isn't
no.
painting.
I know a blind artist.
Yeah.
What he does is he takes whatever paint is near him and just...
Yeah, I'm saying you
Does
either have to
whatever
do
he
something very,
wants.
very abstract, or
Yes.
you'd have to have, like... You'd have to have somebody else design the actual canvas bit and, like, code in the braille into the art. So you can feel out where the lines are and paint in them.
Yeah, what's even more
Like,
interesting...
I feel like you'd be a much more abstract artist if
What-
you're blind.
Yeah, what's even more interesting is I know a blind abstract artist. What he did was he painted the background all sorts of colors, and in the center he made like a baseball guy.
Yeah.
No one knows how he did it, but
Anyways,
no idea. Anyway, so why is he there? That's the point. He is there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. He can't really do anything that you'd call art, right? But he comes there anyway and paints. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know, that's why I asked. Wait, do you not know?
no, she doesn't know. That's the point.
So... He doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with my eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up before it took ages. Didn't try again. But he is becoming better at sculpting.
Now that I can imagine.
I see. No. Maybe she was trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot to make one.
Gosh, she had one.
Seems like the art club is full of interesting people.
Please, if you're
Not
given
really.
the option, please allow us to join the art club.
Come
Please let that be a
on.
thing.
Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No? Just like I said, they are not very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Fuck.
And yet you have interest in me.
Maybe you have. Wow. It is, maybe. Maybe? But that boy is interesting. More interesting than you. Maybe I am like that boy. Or maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think.
Hey, that
Hell
that
fast
is a
her.
tagline for Two Bros Game Night. Doing games we can't do because we can.
You're a deep one. Well, no, we do games that that wouldn't make sense. We do games that we can't do, as well as games we can't do, but we don't know if we can do them until we play them.
Yep.
Nah, I'm a really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know? I can only think of 4 things at the same time. No, but I do now. Right now, I'm thinking of the second floor's girls' toilet. Ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe, and a haircut. I hate my haircut. I'm going to need a haircut. No, you don't.
That was not a great way to animate that, but I like your attempts. That was...
I don't know what to say to that. I whip my hair.
Yep, that is what happened.
She shakes her head around vigorously.
You know what? I'm not even regretful of this choice you're making.
Letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do.
His hair is almost.
She's
a
very interesting character. Like I think
this
she
is,
tries to
and
make
the other
people
thing
laugh.
is, look at her right now. This is the only time when there is like brightness in her eyes and she's smiling.
Yeah,
like,
she is trying to make you say something.
This is so good.
We fall silent. Come on! As Ren treads around absent-mindedly, poking some brushes. The thought about the art club stinks in my head for a while longer. Sorry, sticks in my head.
Both work.
I'm feeling like... Oh, I think it's... The text has a sound effect. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Could be.
I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Ren go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. Okay.
Oh boy, you do not know what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you on about? Make her a friend.
Yeah,
right.
What is wrong with you, man?
Maybe not. Maybe it's a background sound effect in this game that I'm hearing. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes, and I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any tactical skill. I am not the eye of the beholder. So usually if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely.
Yep.
That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly, that's me, get frustrated at my inability and just draw it on the computer. To put the picture in my head down on the paper, then call it quits without really even trying to make an effort.
No, that's not gonna...
No.
That is not going to help. The computer's not gonna help that.
Yeah, as long as I have a picture and a plain piece of paper in front of me, I will attempt to do it on one paper and only use that one paper and edit out all the mistakes when I draw it on the computer.
Yeah.
Ren clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the fact.
The act. Yeah, but yeah.
The act. Ren sits down on her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I think she likes to keep you guessing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh, shoot! Who?
That's good. That's good. I love this girl.
Oh my god, she is so fucking good.
Now,
I love this
she
character.
Has an open.
Damn.
She has a standing application.
Damn.
This girl has an open position to Two Bros Game Night. Apply and I will hire you.
Oh.
That's just free spot always for real at Two Bros Game Night.
Even if we've already hired Metal Bro at that time, she is in.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll hire her for any reason.
Damn, that's just good. Oh, nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lilly was looking for her. Do you know her from my class? Oh, her. The mystery toilet girl.
Fucking what?
I
no,
don't know.
okay, no. I do know what it is. She's talking about Hanako-kun.
Oh.
The actual spiritual creature.
Yes.
Is she actually not a human?
That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet.
Is
5
that why
times.
they called her
Oh,
Hanako-kun? Fuck you,
come
developers.
on.
Her name is just a pun on Hanako-kun.
During one recess 3 weeks ago, I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl.
No, it's because her name is Hanako.
What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an internal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Yeah, it is a background sound effect.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been. Oh, could have been. Thinking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. At least not around her. Ren turns to me. Oh no. Ren turns to look at me blankly as if she's not sure why I reproved her. Reproved her, but she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So, do you want to go eat dinner then? No, not yet. I really need to get this notes job done. Ren has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before.
That's a great way of wording that. It's not that I'm slightly more energetic, it's that I'm slightly less lethargic.
It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner.
If this girl, I get the feeling you could accidentally make this girl, or turn this girl into a gamer, and that would be a very scary prospect.
I play with my feet.
Yes, she would.
I mean, we do too, we're Goombas. I mean, how else well, then again, we might just get telekinetic powers or something. This is
Our lack of lore is disturbing.
A weird sense of
Empathy.
Empathy, I couldn't say it, overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Ren is pretty cool after all. Oh, now you finally realize she's awesome.
Miracle.
I'll be going away.
Anyway.
Have fun. Ren has already grasped a brush and is dipping it into the fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything even if she does. She's so focused in her work. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again.
Maybe slightly later than before.
How is this not a choice? Okay.
We're not at the choice part yet.
I understand that, but it's like, I think the game should have more choices. Do you set your alarm to go with Emmy, or do you sleep in?
Because, well, here's the point.
But
the reason this isn't a choice is because you don't have a choice. If you don't do this, you might die. So it's like, it's not a choice because that's how serious of a situation it is.
Well, okay, technically it was a choice, but it's the only choice you get, and you can't change it.
Yeah, in this situation, he's not he's not choosing to hang out with Emmy. He's choosing to exercise, and you may choose to hang out with Emmy while exercising, but he can't not exercise. So you have a choice. It's just not this one.
I don't know. It's just, if you're gonna not give us more than one option, at least let more than one girl show up besides Emmy, I suppose. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat me out if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad.
Yeah, because you might end up in the situation where you end up going to the pool or something, and stop hanging out with Emmy. Like this isn't necessarily you exercising at the track every day or with Emmy.
I don't know.
Because of how they're doing these like going to sleep and waking up moments, I'm certain we're gonna have somebody standing over us in bed one day.
My morning. I think I'm guessing they have it to where this is a boys' dorm and there's no girls here, and there's a girls' dorm as well. I'm pretty sure that's separate in real life, so why wouldn't it be the case in the game?
The answer to that question is not always.
Really?
A lot of dorms, especially in like bigger colleges, are co-gendered, but the way they do it is each floor is single-gendered. So
okay,
okay, yeah. So the first floor is female and the second floor is male. So Yeah, you can technically sneak in. Or sometimes there'll be wings. The one wing will be the female wing, and one wing will be the male wing. Still, you can sneak in.
Okay. My morning alarm goes off, and I flail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I decided to give morning runs another shot. That was me this morning.
Yeah.
I was deciding whether or not to get up at 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm like, yeah, I have to. I gotta get shit done.
Yep.
I don't know if this was my greatest idea, but I am determined to keep going next time.
I'm determined to keep going as we end the episode. Cold War! That was not. Hold on. That was not a Cold War. That was a very, very hot war. Like, my God.
But yeah, by the way, guys, when Kenji walked in, that scene was called soap. And the only thing I can connect that to is don't drop the soap.
Yep. Well, I was going to connect it to the fact that it's a shower, but anyways, let's actually end the stream first.
Yes. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment your videos if you read them. Follow on Twitch, and we will continue on in Katawa Shoujo next time. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.